This is Nisma Ameer with Discover Exclusive, and today we have a very special guest with us, Bradley Sutton, who is the Director of Customer Success at Helium 10. He's also been a consultant for Amazon, and he is doing so much more for the world of e-commerce, and he'll be able to tell us more about it. Welcome, Bradley, to our show. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
And for what I have gotten to know is that Helium 10 is basically a tool that helps people who want to set up as sellers on Amazon or on e-commerce portals, and I'm sure you will be able to tell us more about it. So why don't you take the lead on it?
Yeah. So Helium 10, we offer both education and software to help people sell on Amazon. Because in my opinion, e-commerce is a great way to make money in this day and age, but you can't just pick any product and sell and you're gonna be a success story. You need the right education, you need the right software. So that's what we offer. We've had over 1 million customers that we've helped sell on Amazon.
Great. So you've been associated with e-commerce since 1998, and I'm sure you've experienced quite a lot in this field. What was that one thing that attracted you towards e-commerce and you pursued it? And how do you think it's different than other corporate businesses?
I've had corporate jobs before, and I haven't really liked it in the past. Now, technically my job now is kind of corporate, but I love how it has to do with e-commerce. But I was never the type to just want to go every day from 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. and I have to ask for time for vacation and I have to, I don't have to have the bosses and everything. I always liked the idea of being my own boss. And e-commerce allowed me to do that. I could work whenever I want. I could have my family with me if I want. I could just not work one day if I want. I love the freedom that it gives you.
Okay, great. And how do you think globally how the things are going on with e-commerce? What's your take on that? Do you think they're going in the right direction or not?
E-commerce by itself has been exploding for a while, but it really took a leap forward last year when COVID happened.
Yeah, definitely.
Because everybody now who maybe didn't shop online before, they were now forced to shop online because they were locked down. They couldn't go to the store. No other option. So now those people are like, wow, shopping online is kind of convenient. So even though the world is getting back to normal, it's not like those people are stopping to buy online. So now there's more shoppers than ever.
People are still residing to online shopping.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, great. So now that you've been in Pakistan, how do you think the e-commerce market in Pakistan is? What do you think the potential is? What's your feedback on that?
I think there's huge potential here, and that's why I'm here, because I see from a year ago a big movement, especially that the Enablers group is helping the world, because e-commerce is booming. A lot of people have trouble finding jobs nowadays, no matter what country. And I know that's the case in Pakistan. But being able to not just sell online, but help other sellers as an assistant or a service provider, it's a great entry point, especially for the youth of this country, I think, to get into e-commerce and have a great job.
And what do you think, in your opinion, are there any measures or steps that can be taken which could reap more benefit for Pakistan in e-commerce?
The thing that I love about e-commerce is that there's no real requirement like for education as far as you don't have to have a degree, like a university degree in e-commerce. Anybody with any education can do it. But you have to have the right motivation.
But I think you need the training.
You need the training for Amazon itself. Not necessarily from a university, because they don't, who knows, maybe in 5 years, we'll see a university course on Amazon.
I think that might happen though.
It could happen.
It should
It should happen.
It should,
But until then, you just need the right education from Helium 10, from Enablers, from any other group that you find, and you'll be able to be successful on Amazon.
We have organizations like Enablers who are doing so much for Pakistan on the basis of e-commerce and all. Where do you see Pakistan in the next 5 years when we talk about e-commerce?
I see Pakistan as maybe being one of the #1 sources for virtual assistants, first and foremost. Because I already see a big movement. The advantage that Pakistan has over many other countries is that so much of the population speaks English. Another thing is just what I've seen in my limited time is they're so motivated and they're very passionate about e-commerce, and that's so necessary. If you come into e-commerce with an attitude I'm just trying to find some money, you're not going to be successful. But when you're passionate about it, like I see here, it's really going to go a long ways. And the Enablers group has definitely been helping a lot here in Pakistan for that.
So given we're on the topic of enablers, Saqib, Azhar and Enablers are the ones who brought you here in Pakistan. So do you have anything to say about them?
It's really inspiring what he's done.
Yeah.
He came onto my radar maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago, around the time he was starting. And I was like, I'm not sure if he's going to be successful. You know, like I haven't heard of Pakistan being a real power in the e-commerce, and he seemed to have big goals. But then I was watching him because I was like, you never know. And I was like, wow, there is incredible. You know, his Facebook group went from 100,000, 300,000. Now it's almost 1 million people. And all the offices he's opened up. I think it's really amazing for this country to have somebody like Saqib who is really dedicated. He's not trying to do this for the money. He's really has a genuine desire to help the youth and everyone else of this nation. And when you have somebody like that helping this movement, it's going to be successful.
Okay, so moving on from the e-commerce questions, on a lighter note, now that you've come to Pakistan, how have you found the people here, the hospitality? What do you have to say about Pakistan?
I've been to, I was just telling somebody this today. I've only been here exactly 12 hours so far. Yeah. I only came here at 4 in the morning.
You must be jet lagged then.
I am a little bit. That's all right. The energy of the people is amazing. That's what's first of all. So like, even though I have no sleep, I have a lot of energy because I'm feeding off of the energy of everybody. But I've been to maybe 45 countries in my life. This is my first time to Pakistan. And already in these 12 hours, I think I've gotten more hospitality than any country I've ever been to in my life.
That's nice to know. Okay, so my next question doesn't stand applicable given that you're here since only 12 hours. But still, have you tried out any Pakistani food, or are you looking forward to try any Pakistani food?
Yes, I just came from a meal. It was great. My kind of like my second meal. There was a restaurant where I'm from in California that I went to once that had Pakistani food. But I had some new food today, and I love the spiciness. It was great. I already gained a lot of weight during COVID. I'm happy I don't live here, because if I lived here, I would be even probably a lot bigger.
So in your opinion, are there any steps or advice that you can give our young professionals or entrepreneurs who want to come into the platform and field of e-commerce? Anything that you can tell them that might help them in starting up?
The one thing is to come in with the right mindset. There's people who maybe saw some YouTube video about Amazon and they think they just need to push 2 buttons and then now they're going to have a Lamborghinis and they're going to be rich. Amazon is not complicated, but it's not easy, if that makes sense. So if somebody is dedicated to making it work and willing to work hard, they can have success in this field.
So now that you're in Pakistan, I'm sure a lot of your preconceived notions must have changed. And I want you to give a message about Pakistan, how you found everything here and how you've liked everything in Pakistan.
Yeah, for everybody out there who has never visited this country, I would definitely say, please come visit. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, amazing hospitality. On the business side, there are so many Amazon companies, e-commerce companies who are looking for talented people to join their team. Many companies nowadays, including my company, Helium 10, we're now remote. In other words, we don't have to go to the office. That means we can hire people from anywhere. So for any company out there, if you're looking for talented people and you haven't considered Pakistan before, I would definitely tell people to please consider the workers here in this country, and I don't think they'll be sorry.
Okay, so as you were saying that you also hire people internationally at Helium 10, how can someone apply from Pakistan if a young professional wants to apply at your organization and wants to have a job at Helium 10? Just tell us how they can approach your organization.
The best thing is to start learning about Helium 10. We have a free course. It's called Academy. So academy.helium10.com. They can start learning the tools, and we're hiring people every week. And so we post job notices there. And also we have a big community, a Facebook community too, of Amazon sellers. So if people find the Helium 10 group on Facebook, they might find Amazon sellers who are looking to hire people as well.
Pakistan also got listed as one of the best tourism spots in 2020. And are you aware of any of the northern areas, or like, have you heard of the tourism spots in Pakistan, or are you looking forward to explore some?
I'm looking forward to exploring. So after this, they told me that they're going to start taking me around the city. I'm also going to be visiting Karachi. I'm going to be visiting Islamabad, and I have a good friend who's also getting married here in Pakistan in December.
Okay.
So this trip I'm not able to visit too much, but maybe when I come back in December, I can visit more of this beautiful country.
So we are very, very happy that you came all the way from US in Pakistan to help our young professionals who are seeking businesses and jobs on the platform of e-commerce. It's because of people like you that we are able to promote a more positive image of Pakistan, and we are so glad that you took time out for us, for Pakistan, and we would want to welcome you again and again.
Thank you so much.
So this was a very inspiring conversation that we had with Bradley Sutton. I definitely learned so much about e-commerce, and I'm sure our youth has also learned so much from this conversation. For more such interactions, keep on watching Discover Pakistan.